Hi there, my name is Kirk, and this is Kirk's Car Reviews. For the past 3 years, I've been making YouTube content to educate others on YouTube about cars. This specific video is going to be a part of my special video series reviewing the highlights of the Mercedes Museum in Stuttgart, Germany. Yeah, that's a one-of-one Mercedes-Benz F200 right behind me. There's only one of these in the world. I chose to make this video series because Mercedes-Benz really is a car company like no other. They kickstarted a spark in the automotive industry to bring fierce competition among not only the German companies inspired by them, but also the rest of the world. Along the way, they've created nothing but marvels of engineering, whether it came to dominating the racetrack, becoming a symbol for luxury, or pursuing the future of the automobile. In the summer of 2024, I paid a visit to the Mercedes-Benz Museum in Stuttgart, Germany, and dude, let me tell you, there's basically nothing you will not find in this museum. If you're looking for a race car with more than 5,000 pounds of downforce, a diesel V10 1600 horsepower truck, or the world's most expensive car, Mercedes has got you covered. Heck, even in the Mercedes Museum, I spotted an airplane-powered car. Do you know any other manufacturer that makes an airplane-powered car? I don't think you do. Anyway, without further ado, let's get right into it. This is the Mercedes S5 Vivi Maybach convertible. With its smooth V12 engine and luxurious interior, it's definitely a hard car to get, considering its price tag of $300,000. It's funny how the Mercedes Museum encased this in glass in the parking lot. The same goes for this car. This car is the Mercedes-Benz 130 Cabrio Limousine. This car is basically the Volkswagen Beetle before the Volkswagen Beetle, considering it had the same rear-engine 4-cylinder layout as the Volkswagen Beetle. I also really like the design of this car. It's really cute, cool, and kind of elegant too. Here's a quick little fun fact. If you look up at the entrance of the Mercedes Museum and you see the elevators, you'll notice that they're the same exact color as Mercedes' signature color, silver. Speaking of the color silver, this is the 2003 Mercedes F400 concept car. This car was certainly cool because it had functional active camber. This meant that the car's wheels can bend inward and outward to improve handling and efficiency. Although Mazda is famous for using their rotary engines in cars, Mercedes was actually one of the first car companies to experiment with them. This example over here is the Mercedes-Benz C111-2. This car is powered by a 3-rotor Wankel engine that produces 380 horsepower. It allows a 0 to 60 time of 5 seconds and has a top speed of 184 miles per hour. That's pretty impressive. Unfortunately, when this car went on road tests, the rotary engine was proven to be unreliable, and Mercedes scrapped its plans to put this engine in production cars. With the unfortunate failure of the Wankel engine, Mercedes decided to move on to diesel engines. In the 1980s, Mercedes started to experiment with their Mercedes-Benz C111-3. This car is powered by a 5-cylinder, 228 horsepower diesel engine. After modifying the aerodynamics of the C111 and sending it on road tests, they proved that this new diesel engine was very reliable, considering it reached a top speed of 228 miles per hour. This is another interesting Mercedes concept car. This is the Mercedes F200. It doesn't have an engine or powertrain, so I can't really give any performance stats on this car. But I could tell you that the doors went up in a specific way that inspired Koenigsegg to use the same exact door system. This is an example of the door system in action. If this car had a powertrain, it wasn't supposed to be controlled with a steering wheel or pedals. In fact, the entire car was controlled by a single lever in the center console. Down the stairs from the concept car display, you could see a couple models of Mercedes C300 coupes, or whatever they are. They're not really any specific model, but they do look cool to see on display. This is the insanely absurd Mercedes-Benz T80 record wagon. In 1939, before World War II, Ferdinand Porsche and Mercedes-Benz decided to partner up to make this car. Using its 3 axles, advanced aerodynamics, and monstrous airplane-derived 3,000 horsepower V12 engine, it was theoretically able to achieve a top speed of 466 miles per hour. It's too bad this car was never able to be tested. Unlike the T80, the Mercedes-Benz W125 record wagon, which used the detuned airplane engine from the Mercedes-Benz T80, was able to achieve a top speed of 268 miles per hour on a straight. This Mercedes-Benz 190e Evo 2 2.516 is powered by a 222 horsepower inline-4 engine. This car was first set to compete in the 1989 DTM season. However, before Mercedes wanted to release it to the DTM season, they wanted to have a little fun and see how fast it could go. Therefore, it went 155 miles per hour on a straight. By the way, I will be mentioning this car later on in the video series, so stick around. At first glance, the Mercedes E320 CDI seems like any ordinary Mercedes, but because it had a reliable and efficient diesel 4-cylinder engine, Mercedes figured they'd put its reliability to the test. As a result, the Mercedes-Benz E320 CGI went 50,000 kilometers, 100,000 kilometers, and 100,000 miles in record times. It also went 650 miles on a full tank. Dang. This is a Mercedes-Benz Alfa Romeo solar car. This car was built for the 1985 True de Sel Centennial Rally, which was a race with solar-powered cars that took place from Lake Constance to Lake Geneva. With its lightweight alloys and advanced engineering, it won the race that year. In the next part of this video series, I'll be going over the beginnings of Mercedes and how Daimler-Benz's genius invention changed the entire world. Stick around, and I'll see you next time.